Good morning everyone. Right, today we're going to run through a quick beginner's sequence. It's going to take, I think, about an hour, but you can just drop in and out whenever you want. So really the first thing we're going to do, this is a sequence that I want to start teaching to people in the evening. So it's going to be more of a relaxed kind of session. We're going to start by building up sympathetic nervous system, doing some more flowy type stuff, and then we're going to have a big long wind down, and then we get ready for bed. So how I want everyone to start is we're just going to start standing today. We're going to start in mountain pose. The Sanskrit name for that is Tadasana. Tadasana is basically your basic standing mountain, so you want to have either your feet together with your heels together, heels slightly apart, or if that's not comfortable for you, you can even just have your feet facing forward, hip distance apart, nice and comfortable. And then the full pose is standing like this, engaging the thighs, and then having your hands out to the side here. And what you want to do is slightly open up the chest, and you want to have your chin parallel with the ground. And this is our basic Tadasana pose. And we're going to be coming back to this as a kind of rest pose, so if ever you want to just take a little break, you can come back to this or one of the other poses that we're going to do later, which will be our rest pose. So the first thing that we're going to do when we're in this pose is we're just going to close our eyes, if that's comfortable for you, and we're going to gently rock from back to front, just gently to start with, just feeling your body in space. Feeling where that center point, your central point of gravity is as you move forward and back. And then maybe you want to make some bigger movements, maybe come up on the heels and fall over like that. And then come up onto the toes, and then back onto the heels, onto the toes. And then we're going to do the same from left to right, just transferring the weight between the feet, feeling the connection between our feet and the ground, really trying to push all the toes and all the areas, all the corners of our feet into the ground. And then maybe just combining those movements and just coming to your central spot, slowly honing in on your center. And there we go. And today, if you want to set an intention for yourself, now would be the good time. Maybe you just want to relax. Maybe you just want to feel present. Maybe you want to push yourself in certain poses. Just whatever it is, make a gentle note of it. And just keep it in mind as we carry on. The first thing we're going to do now is we're going to do some standing cat-cows. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to inhale and open our arms out to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together. You can lift the chin up in the air a bit. And as we exhale, we round the back, face the chin forward, and bring the hands together at the front. And we're going to do that 3 times in your own breath. So inhale into the cow. This is what cows do apparently. And then exhale, round in the back, feeling that stretch in the upper back and the shoulders. Inhale to open up, and exhale to round, bring the hands together. And one last time, inhale and exhale. And now we're just going to come back to our standing Tadasana, mountain pose. And you can have your eyes open or closed for this. Just make a note of how your body's feeling, maybe how it changed before you did when you started and how you feel now. Just noticing those sensations in the body. Excellent. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands together at our heart center. So we're going to push our hands together, all the fingers and the thumbs pushed together. This is called our Anjali Mudra. A mudra is, in layman term, it's just a hand gesture. So this is our Anjali mudra. You often see people doing this. Yeah, if you look at people meditating or doing any other yoga course. And I want you to really push your fingers together. And I want you to feel the connection between your fingers and the palms. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to move into high mountain. And we're going to link the breath with our movement. So high mountain, we're going to inhale to raise our arms up and look up towards our hands. And exhale to bring our arms down to the side. And then as we inhale back again, we bring our hands up. And we look up to our high mountain, which is also called Urdhva Hastasana. And we're going to do 2 more. Last one. Just feeling that stretch, lengthening through the spine, making yourself tall like a mountain. And excellent. Coming back down to the start. Okay, what we're going to move into now is a simple flow using just forward folds. So I'm going to come to this side so you can see what I'm doing. So the same standing position as the Tadasana, even if your feet are together, they're hip distance apart. We're going to bring our hands to our Anjali Mudra at our heart center. We're going to inhale up, and on the exhale, we're going to keep our arms and our spine aligned as we fold forward. Folding from the hips down here, trying to keep a straight spine as we fold forward, and then you can gently bend your knees or keep them straight. Just try not to lock them as we come down to our forward fold. And then on an inhale, we're going to lift up, we're going to look forward, and this is our halfway lift, where we bring our shoulder blades together. You should have a flat back. And on the exhale, we fold back again. And on the next inhale, we're going to go all the way back up to high mountain. So inhale, arms to the side or up the front, doesn't matter. And exhale to come back to our Tadasana. We're going to do that 2 more times. So in your own breath, we're going to start from our Tadasana, hands in Anjali Mudra, and then we're going to inhale up. And then we're going to exhale to fold forward, bring our hands to the ground, and just let ourselves hang. And then on the inhale, we're going to inhale to a halfway lift. Shoulder blades together, looking forward, nice flat back. And exhale back down. Then we're going to inhale back up again to our high mountain. And exhale down to our starting position. Once more. Inhale. Hands up, high mountain. Exhale as we forward fold. Hands to the ground, knees slightly bent. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale back to our forward fold. And inhale up to our high mountain. And we complete the sequence going back down to our starting position. Okay, well done everyone. So the next we're going to do, we're just going to add a little bit more to that. What we're working towards now is our first kind of, we're going to keep on adding more to this flow. So Vinyasa yoga is a series of forms or asanas, which are your postures, linked together, flowing into one another, and we're just going to start adding more and more stuff into this sequence. So starting again, we're going to start in the exact same way, We're going to bring our hands together at heart center. We're going to inhale up. And we're going to exhale, forward fold, down to the ground. Inhale to a halfway lift, hands on the shins, flat back. Bring the shoulder blades together and look forward as we exhale. And now what I want to do is we're going to bring our hands to the ground, if in front of you or the side of each of your feet. And what we're going to do is you're going to step your right foot back as far as it will go, so that you've got your knee here. Your knee should be stacked directly above your heel at this 90-degree angle. If you're too far forward like that, then just pull yourself back, and it's absolutely fine if you can't get there. If you're here, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to stay here with our hands on either side of our left foot. Then we step our left foot back, and now we are in our plank position. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push through the hands, and we're going to lift our bums up in the air. And this is our downward facing dog. Knees can be slightly bent. You want to be pushing through the hands, trying to elongate your spine as much as possible. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do what's called pedaling the legs. So you take one heel down, one up, and you'll start to feel that stretch down the back of your hamstrings. Yep, just do that a couple more times. It feels good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our next rest pose. So what you do now, take your knees to the side of the mat. So you're here. And then you can walk your hands forward. And then this is your child's pose. So this is a very good rest pose. So if you're ever feeling tired during one of my classes, feel free to come to this pose, this form, and just breathe gently here in your rest pose. Another modification for this one is embryo, where you bring the knees together, and then you can set the hands down the side, palms facing up, and you can rest your head on the ground. This is another great restorative pose. Just going to take 4 breaths here. Okay. Then, sending your hands forward and coming up onto your toes here, we're going to push our bums back up in the air into our downward facing dog. You can pedal out the legs again here, or you can just stay in the static form. Just see how it feels. Your palms should be pushing into the mat. You can bend your legs a little bit. There's no point coming up like this. You can bend your legs. And now what we're going to do is we're simply just going to walk forward so that we are in our forward fold. And then we're going to inhale to halfway lift. And exhale. And then we're going to inhale back up to our high mountain, and exhale back down to our starting position. Okay, I hope everyone's alright. We are coming to the peak sequence that we're going to do now. We're just going to combine everything that we just did into what is called a sun salutation. This is going to be a very beginner's version of it, but it's very good for just, loosening up, stretching every part of the body. We're just going to do it once on each side, and I'll show you what that means. So starting on the mat in your Tadasana, bring your hands to your heart center, in your Anjali Mudra. Then we're going to inhale, arms up, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to forward fold. Hands inside your feet. Now we're going to send the right foot back, so we're doing the right side of the sun salutation. And then send the left foot back into your plank, and then push through the hands into your downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. And now your options here to get back to standing. You can either walk forward, as we did before, that's perfectly fine. Or you can lift up the right leg into what's called your three-legged dog. And then you want to bring your right foot in between the hands. And the easiest way to do this is to get some momentum and take your right hand out of the way so that you're in this position again with the 90 degrees, knee stacked over the heel, and then just step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, and then inhale, back onto our high mountain, and then exhale down to our starting point. So that was our sun salutation on the right side. So now we're going to do it on the left, and then we're going to start our warm down. Okay, hands again to heart center. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, hands inside your feet, and this time we're going to step the left foot back, so we're in this position, knee stacked over your heel, then we're going to send our right foot back into our plank, and then we're going to push through the hands into our downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Doing really well. And then again, you can either step, jump, or lift up your left foot into the air. And then rip your left hand out of the way to bring your left foot forward. Then step your right foot together with your left into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to our high mountain. And then exhale down to our Tadasana. Excellent. Right. So that is your first basic sun salutation. So throughout the next weeks, we'll be adding more and more different modifications to that. So what we're going to do now is you can go back into your rest pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale up, forward fold, and then however you want to get there, you can come down to your knees, spread them to the side of the mat, and then just rest in your child's pose for about, we'll say 10 breaths. Done really well. Now we want to start really slowing everything down, slowing down the heart rate, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. And just warming down, getting ready for our relaxation at the end. Okay. Now, push yourself back up to your knees. This pose here is called Hero's Pose. So this is a great alternative. We're going to move into our seated poses now. If you find it uncomfortable on your knees to sit cross-legged, then this might be a good alternative. It might be good to say get some kind of blanket to rest under your knees, just so that you can be comfortable in a position while we do some winding down forms. For this demonstration though, I'm going to move to a cross-legged position. No need to do anything fancy here, just however it's comfortable for you to sit on the ground. We can do all of the poses from there, so it's absolutely up to you. This is your practice. Okay, so what we're going to do now, first part of our warm down. Just going to sit here with your eyes open or closed. If they're open, maybe you want to gaze with a soft focus at something, you know, just like 30 centimeters in front of you. And we're going to slow down our breathing. We're just going to do a small little breathing exercise to get ready for our warm down. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale for a count of 4, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 8. If that's too hard, which actually first time it might be, I'm actually going to do inhale for a count of 3, exhale for a count of 6. The important thing is to make the exhale twice as long as the inhale. So I'm going to count you in. We're going to do this 6 times. So the first one, we're going to go inhale, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inhale for 3, 1, 2, 3, and exhale for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you've got the kind of rhythm, you might want to do that yourself for, try 3 more times. You can inhale and exhale through the nose. You can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. It's completely up to you. Whatever feels comfortable. Maybe on the last one you want to let out a big sigh. Okay. And now you can keep your eyes closed if you want. We're going to bring our hands together to our heart center in our Anjali Mudra, and we're going to do a seated forward fold. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and lift our arms up as before, and then we're going to fold forward from here, bring our hand out in front of us, and just let the head hang, and just feel that stretch in the back, and just breathe softly here. Each time you breathe out, you exhale, maybe you feel yourself just dipping a little bit lower towards the ground. You don't actually have to be, but you can just imagine it as you relax into this forward fold. You'll stay here for 5 more breaths. Feeling everything slowing down, going inside, staying with your breath. And then the last exhale. And then we're going to slowly inhale as we roll ourselves up. We want to try and do vertebra by vertebra. So we come back up, so we're in our neutral seated position. And from here we're just going to do some basic shoulder rolls. I would normally do these at the beginning of a session, but I feel it's nice to do lots of slower movements before you go and get into bed, rather than doing a bunch of hectic stuff right before you go to bed. So the first thing you want to do is you want to roll your shoulders forward. You inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and then roll them forward and down. As you exhale, inhale, roll them forward. I do it this way, forward first, because how many of us have sat at our computers all day long like this? We don't need to do a lot more of our rolling our short shoulders forward. So now we want to move to the other side, so the other direction. So we're going to inhale up. You may want to take your arms out. Exhale. Really feel out the shoulders. Excellent. Next thing we're going to do are some just simple seated twists, which I'm going to show you from this side. I showed these in the Pavan, the joint freeing series. So you want to inhale, and we want to feel like there's a thread coming from the top of our crown, the crown of our head, just pulling us up, lengthening the spine. As we exhale, we take our left hand to our right knee, right hand behind us. We inhale, and we want to turn and look at the back of the room. You don't need to do anything too crazy here. We really just want to rotate the spine, starting down here in the sacrum, then into the lumbar, then into the cervical, and then into the thoracic. So you can just do it in stages. So you can go inhale up, do a slight twist, exhale, inhale up again, twist around some more, exhale, inhale to lengthen, and then look towards the back of the room. And then at exhale, just come back down to the middle. You might feel some sensations in your stomach, you might feel the sensations in your spine. Just take notes of them. Just notice what's happening in your body. And we're going to do this on the other side now. Inhale to lengthen, take our right hand to our left knee, left hand behind us. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. I'm going to do one more. Inhale, really lengthening the spine, and then twist. And then we're going to inhale back to our center. Excellent. We're now getting very, very close to our relaxation, I promise. Next pose we're going to do quickly is butterfly. It's also called Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose, I think. So what you want to do is, in your seated position, bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. And one of the options you can do here, if you're feeling a stretch here in your your hip flexors down here, then that's absolutely fine. But if you feel you can go a little bit further, then you want to inhale and straighten, lengthen the spine again. And if you want to say, grab the balls of your feet and you can slowly forward fold. What you can do is you can grab the insides of your feet and almost peel your feet apart like a book. And you'll feel that stretch happening down here, opening up the hips. And inhaling to lengthen again, and exhaling and just folding a little bit more, or imagining yourself folding a little bit more. And 2 more breaths here. Inhale, and last one. Excellent. And then just inhale and slowly bring yourself back up. Okay. We're going to move now to our lying down. Now we're really winding down. So I want you to come to your lying down position with your knees bent. Just gently come down. With your knees bent up like this, you can have them fairly close to your bum here, but just keep them at a comfortable distance. And then this is our half Shavasana. Can you see me? Yep, okay. And the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to do a bridge. So pushing into the soles of the feet, hands can be at your side, palms facing up. That's generally the way to do it. And what we're going to do is we're going to push our hips up on the inhale. So we're going to inhale and push up. You can breathe here, really pushing your hips as high as they can go. One more breath, and then on the exhale, slowly roll yourself down. Excellent. And we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to inhale. And just breathe here. One more breath. Push the hips up and slowly roll back down. Excellent. Now we're going to do our final little winding down exercise. Take your your feet slightly to the side of the mat. And what we're going to do, this is called windscreen wiping the legs, is what I was saying. So we want to inhale when we come up, and when we exhale, we take it to the side. So we go and exhale down to the side. And now we want to link the breath with the movement as we've been doing. So inhale up and exhale over to the other side. To increase the stretch here, which you'll probably be feeling down your spine here, you can take your hand to the opposite side of your knees and look over to that side. Then we inhale and we exhale over to the other side. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and then we're back here. And now what I want you to do, as we get ready to go into our Shavasana, I want you to hug your knees to your chest, maybe open up your hips a little bit. This is called Apasana, which is, I think, literally wind-freeing pose, but yeah. And you can probably see why. So just breathe here. Maybe you want to hold one knee and extend one leg. Just if you do this, remember to try and push your lower back into the mat. Then change over. Just extend, feel that stretch. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to move to our Shavasana. We're going to take the left foot down to the left corner of the mat, right foot down, and we're going to enter into our Shavasana. So find yourself with your legs spread apart to the corners of the mat, your hands, they can be palms facing up, just slightly away from your body. As we move into Shavasana, the corpse pose, maybe the hardest pose for some people, but also one of the most restorative poses at the end, which I'll do at the end of all my sessions. Just breathing in your natural rhythm. Just remembering that there's nothing that you're trying to do here. Let your mind wander. Just breathe naturally. With every exhale, just feeling yourself sink, become heavier and sink deeper into the mat. And what I'm going to run through here is a body scan, which is a guided meditation for relaxing individual parts of the body. So we're just going to stay here for a short while and I'm going to guide you through. If you get lost and you start thinking about other things, it's absolutely fine. There's no need to stay completely focused here right now. So now I want you to take your awareness to the sole of your left foot, feeling the sensations in the sole of the left foot, maybe tingling, temperature, and then moving over to the heel, feeling the connection of the heel with the mat, moving around to the top of the foot, top of the left foot, and to each of the toes individually. The big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe. How many toes do I count? And then I want you to hold in your awareness your entire left foot. I want you to breathe in and breathe into your foot. So just imagine yourself directing the flow of oxygen down to your foot. Down the leg. And as you breathe out from the left foot. And on the next exhale, I want you to let go of the left foot and let it relax entirely. Moving up the leg, feeling the calves and their connection with the mat, the temperature, the tingling, moving around to the shins, to the knees, to the quads, to the thighs and the buttocks. Holding the entire left leg in your awareness and breathing into your entire left leg and breathing out from the left leg. On your next exhale, let go of the entire left leg and let it relax. Now moving to the right sole of the right foot. Focus your awareness on the sensations in the sole of the right foot. Then move around to the heel. Its connection with the mat. The top of the right foot. The big toe, second toe, third toe, and the small toe. And now holding your whole right foot in your awareness, breathing into the right foot. And as you exhale, letting it go, letting it relax. Moving now to the calf of the right leg, its connection with the mat. Moving round to the shin, to the knees, to the back of the knees, to the thighs, to the quads, and to the right buttock. Holding the entire right leg in your awareness, breathing into it, and exhaling to let it go, let it become heavy or light as it relaxes into the mat. Now I want you to turn your attention to your hips, to your groin, to your abdomen, to the sides of your abdomen, to the contact of your back with the mat, starting with the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, moving around both sides to the ribs, to your chest, to your collarbone, holding your entire torso in your awareness, breathing in, feeling the rise and fall of the abdomen, chest, the diaphragm expanding, and letting it go. Now I want you to hold in your awareness the palms of your right and left hand. Feeling any sensations, moving round to the back of the hands to the thumbs, 4 fingers, middle fingers, index finger, little finger. Now to the wrists, to your forearms and any connection with the mat, any sensation. To your elbows, to the inside of your elbow, to your upper arms, to your shoulders, to the back of your neck, and round to your throat. Breathing into both arms and your shoulders and your neck and your throat, and exhaling to let it all go. Now turning your awareness to your face, to the chin, to your lips, to your teeth, to the inside of your mouth, to your cheeks, to your eyes, to your brow, to your forehead, your temple, round to the back of the head, and its connection with the mat, up to the crown of your head and down to the forehead, holding your entire head and face in awareness, breathing into it and exhaling to let it go. I'm going to breathe here for a couple of minutes. Now, as we're going to start waking up the body, maybe you want to start wiggling your fingers and your toes, taking in some deeper breaths, and big exhales, waking up the body, feeling all the clicks in your wrists and heels and ankles. And then when you're ready, I want you to push yourself over so that you're laying on your right side. You're going to stay here just for a couple of breaths. Maybe start to remember your intention that you came into the class today with. And then when you're ready, pushing yourself back up to seating. You can either have your eyes still closed, or you can gently flatten them open now. Now we're going to bring our hands to our heart center again, and thank yourself for taking the time today to practice with me, and to practice with yourself, taking the time for yourself. I'm very grateful to all of you for being here. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be posting more of these weekly. Hopefully I'll get some better lighting and a better camera. But yeah, I'll post this soon, and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.